I'm just gonna go. Yeah, Bamser says go. Let's go. All right, so we have the finals for Seifer Open number 3, and we already know what Bamser's running. We also know what Zzaarrooc's running to an extent. Again, banning the red. Is it really that difficult? Are people more worried about Bamser's red than his yellows, or do they just don't know what yellow to ban, so they just ban the red? I think that's pretty misguided. But we'll see. We'll see. Bamser also banning one of Zzaarrooc's reds. Zzaarroocc going for... That wasn't the swarm that he played. Like, he played that. The other one was the swarm, right? So this should be the tempo. Bamser picking his mono, one of his mono yellow decks. Could be the monstrosity here. Oh. No, opting for something else? It seems... Oh no, he's not really sure. Okay, decides to go for his original plan. Seems like it's a monstrosity deck, so let's find out. Oh, yeah. This looks very monstrosity like. Okay, and Zzaarroocc is getting uh getting his stuff ready. Blue yellow tempo not getting the toe ship that he wants. Ancient Herald is okay if he manages to find toe ship next turn, or training. It's pretty good. Bamser having double emissary to start with the monstrosity, so can get a lot of damage on this guy. Zzaarroocc doesn't really have anything to deal with this monstrosity, unfortunately, so... It's going to be a tough match for Zzaarroocc. Ancient Herald coming out. Just fine. Bamser has got his emissary out as well. Probably going to play the second one on the other side. Also has the vulture as well, which is gonna be very good for this trade. Zzaarroocc needs to be very careful about this. Maybe he knows that he's running vulture. Hopefully he does know he's running vulture. I wonder if he's gonna block the the Mystic Beast spot as well. I think he should, but he might play a land defensively on on the right side, just so he can have something for Hoss to be played on. Let's see. Emissary going down instead of into the wells, which I think is quite. Well, it's not okay. He's got the monstrosity to collect in the back, so that's fine. Got the fanatic. He's gonna go for the trade, but he doesn't know that there's a vulture. It's quite unfortunate. Does get the Colossus discount though, so it's not entirely horrible. Oh, if only he double soul drained the other emissary. Oh no, actually no, because it destroys the flying so that it only does 3 damage. Oh, so that's great for him. What an amazing play. Okay, so Bamser still has the Wind Soldier to clear this. Could bring out the second monstrosity as well. The question is, does he block the well spot for the Colossus? Because if this is coming down next turn, which if he clears the Herald, it won't. Probably won't. He still can do if he does a +1 on the will, but yeah, decides to block the neutral, also using it to collect with the Wind Soldier, which is fine. Plays the second monstrosity. So he has two fairly big, well, he has one fairly big monstrosity and another one to catch that attack if it does die. The first one does die. Spirit Theft coming out, not really able to hit anything right now. decides to just pass. Okay. Pretty huge. Bamser here can double collect on the right side. But the thing is, he needs to be careful of the soul drain. He could, like, if Zzaarroocc wants to, if he lets Zzaarroocc, he can just trade with the Fanatic and Soul Drain, and then also if the other monstrosity in the center goes to the left side, he'll be cleared by the Explorer. So he's basically set back, and he only has one monstrosity after that. Decides to put out a Shaitan Demon instead. It's quite a nice blocker for this Explorer. He's in a tough spot because he needs to discount this Wave Crash Colossus, but doesn't really have any way of doing it. Can't really send this Explorer out without it being traded. Could Fanatic the Fanatic to clear the monstrosity on the right side. Doesn't allow him to collect though. Okay, does have Mystic Beast now. Could put him on the Mystic Beast spot, but that does mean that he isn't able to collect. I guess it goes for the Ordered Fanatic onto the Explorer to clear the demon. Mystic Beast on the spot. If it trades, if the demon monstrosity wants to trade, then he does have the Spirit Theft for that last bit of damage. He needs to be very careful though, because this does mean that Bamser has enough damage for face for this one monstrosity. Not quite lethal. Doesn't have the lands to make it lethal. He doesn't have the movement yet to make it lethal, but I mean, if he draws something here, if he draws a second Flash Wind or a second... No, because you need to Kaleem's training the Mystic Beast for the middle monstrosity to die. So he's still one turn, still possibly one turn away. Let's say. These monstrosities need to go onto the right side now. I think he can't really be putting them into any sort of trade range. He decides to training and clear it with the vulture. This way he has like two, like both monstrosities have the ability to OTK. Colossus coming out from Zzaarroocc. Third monstrosity out. Playing a bit risky here. If these both die, I think it's GG. Well, not necessarily GG, but like it's going to be very tough for him. Okay. Oh, he has like... Okay, so he needs to Soul Drain this. And then he has to play the Oasis Explorer at his face. Hey, you got time, Zara. Well, I mean, he's not out of the woods just yet, but... If he can kill this... Training does it. Okay, so now he doesn't have to worry about OTK, but he can still lose because it's a blue yellow tempo. But at least this gives Zzaarroocc a lot of time. Like he can kind of take a lot of time from Bamser here in this game. The Vulture's unfortunate here, but it is what it is. Has the Mystic Beast, but does like it dies to the Vulture pretty easily. He doesn't really want to play it. Decides to just pass, which is fine. Bamser is slightly winning on board now. Second Mistral guy coming out could probably turn him the game, make him win here. Yeah, unfortunately Zzaarroocc, even though he did manage to kill all the monstrosities, doesn't have the tempo anymore. He used up all of his tempo to do that, and therefore the rest of Bamser's deck is going to be able to clean up quite nicely. I mean, in my opinion, I think it would be Mistral Guide into Manta Rider, and then Manta Rider either like on the right side as well, or take over the left side. Make sure that he can't play anything. Zzaarroocc setting up on the right side here pretty nicely. Clearing out the Mistral Guide. I think that's the third Mistral Guide now, must be. And then pressuring this Manta Rider as well. Prevent the double collection on that side. We got the third Vulture now, dealing with that 1 health Explorer. So again, Bamser just maintaining board presence. Zzaarroocc just trying to hold on to his time lead, I guess. Bamser should be like playing fast now. I think there's no reason for him to think he has pretty much won the game. Yeah, so Bamser is now playing fast. And I think in return, Zzaarroocc should also be playing fast because he shouldn't be able to. He shouldn't be winning here. Yeah, Bamser just closing out the game now, knowing that it doesn't really matter what he plays. I was worried there because these timers weren't going down, but I think that's just a little bug. Yeah, and Bamser taking game one. What are you talking about? Right, game two. Let's see what Zzaarroocc can bring to the table here. See if we can at least break Bamser's no loss streak in this tournament. Going for the red mid range. Good work. Still pretty difficult though. Standard opening from both of them. One is opening with a Brigand, one's opening with a Emissary. Monstrosity already in hand for any potential damage. Does have Mistral Guide. I think he wants to wait for the Mistral Guide first before he plays out the Monstrosity. I think it's a bit too early to play it out. Don't want to play out too early, mate. Saves you from having to use training as well. Okay. I guess he's worried about Flame Burst. Like, I don't know. Flame Burst doesn't seem to be too much of a problem for yellow. So I don't know why he wouldn't want to wait one turn to play the Mistral Guide and then the Monstrosity. Now he's pretty like stuck on land. Zzaarroocc just slowly making his way onto the left side, no rush. Does have the Horse Master for when he does want to go aggressive. Axe Grinder ready for the Axe Grinder spot. Ooh, Firestorm coming down. to clear this monstrosity. That's actually huge. I think clearing monstrosity is so important before getting the second one out. You don't really want to chain the damage if you can help it. If you know what I mean, right? Transferring one monstrosity's damage to the other basically means that you haven't killed it. Bamser on not a lot of Farrier either, only 5 Farrier. For his current board state is not great. Can clear with the Wind Soldier, but then has the issue of the Brigand behind. It's not really too much of an issue, but he can still use it to clear the Mistral Guide. Oh, goes behind. Interesting. So, uses the Mistral Guide to clear the Axe Grinder, sets up his own Mistral Guide on the right side. Flyer coming out. Not really the card you want to be playing aggressively. Still has the opportunity to be horse mastered here, so it can threaten face. Oh, Bamser going for the aggressive here. He's looking good. Zzaarroocc coming out with the Seifer's Wrath to stop that immediately. I think it's important that he stays above 10 health. Very easily killable by monstrosity stuff if he goes too low. Bamser though only really be able to play the Mistral Guide. Maybe he wants to draw for something else. He could get an emissary out of this. What does he want to do here? Okay, because he doesn't want to Last Nightmare or anything. Soul Drain. Oh, Soul Drain and then Vulture, okay. Not really a great Vulture target though, honestly. Doesn't do much for him. They're all getting the Axe Grinder out now. Pretty good. Axe Grinder now. Could even Horse Master to clear this Vulture if he wanted to, if he doesn't block with Emissary or anything. Obviously he will. Also has the option to Last Nightmare the layer. That could be pretty funny. I don't know if it's the best play, but it's a pretty funny play. decides to do it. Okay, moves the... Yeah, so he moves it back. Okay. So... Zzaarroocc... Okay. I would have liked him to play the Horsemaster back and then play the Axe Grinder here. Opts not to do that though. Why does he want the Horsemaster in front? It's just unfortunate he couldn't play Ground Shaker on the same turn. Oh, you don't want to do that. Oh no. No Bamser, no. Oh dear, Bamser. I mean, here's one Farrier off to play Ground Shaker and Firestorm, but I think he wants to play Firestorm on these two anyway. Right? And maybe he wants to Flame Burst and wait a turn. Option was also to hit face and hold Flame Burst. Like, he could have hit face and then just Firestormed. Because that would make him go on to 12. Right? Seifer's Wrath. After he trades this to go to 10. And then he just needs one more. I don't think he used Flame Burst before, right? And then he just needs one more Flame Burst. He plays Ground Shaker anyway at some point, so it's still pretty huge for him. I feel like he Mountains here plays Ground Shaker. Yeah. So, I would have rather have seen Flame versus Seifer's Wrath. It just brings the Vulture back, even though it doesn't really matter too much. Bakura copped into Seifer's Wrath? Yeah. I mean, it's pretty cookie cutter, the routes right now, I think, with Zzaarroocc, so should be a win for him. Bamser actually being suffocated on Ferry, which is incredible to see. Oh, Garadan as well. Doesn't really do much here, but always good to see Garadan. Ooh, now I think he Horse Masters. I don't think he should have. I guess it's lethal, so it's okay. Bamser just lets it happen. Easy. Okay, so Zzaarroocc actually breaking Bamser's win streak. We're going. I'm not asking this time. I'm so hungry. I just want to eat. Okay. Game 3. Bamser going for this rush deck with Mistral Guide, I think. Baron Sky Vermin. Zzaarroocc not even hesitating to put his land out instantly. Knows exactly how to play this, I think. I hope so. Underground boss coming out? Yeah, I think he wants to save this Act Grinder for the spot. There's no need. Well, unfortunately for Bamser, unfortunately for Zzaarroocc, Bamser has a Choking Sand, which I guess is the reason you might want to go Act Grinder. I don't think he knows that he has it, so that's why. Either way, Zzaarroocc is going to be playing the Axe Grinder next turn if he sees the Choking Sand come out. Oh, and the aggressive demon means that he can't play the Axe Grinder up. He either has to play it back, but then it also can play into Movement Trick. Kaleem's Training does the job. Doesn't have it. So he's safe for now, but needs to worry about it later. He actually could just let this demon chill out a little bit. Deal some damage. Broken coming out. Probably not, yeah, doesn't want to get boss out. Is worried about the second Choking Sand. Which is very normal. Baron Sky Vermin coming out, doing 1 damage. Ground Shaker also going to be doing 1 damage in its own special way. The Ground Shaker can come out or fight, yeah, or Firestorm. Bamser now doesn't really have anything to play. Or the Monk doesn't do anything here. He could double Soul Drain and then Monk onto his land. But, oh. Okay. Now I would play, okay. Probably Axe Grinder here. He's gonna Monk. Okay. He's gonna Monk and then double Soul Drain. Okay, Monk Salmon, okay. I mean, that's fine. He can Ground Shaker now. Mistral guide, but nothing to dash. He needs to draw now, I think, in order to find something. Last Nightmare, incredible. +1 Seifer, yeah. He's still scared of the last Choking Sand. I think if he Choking Sand's another boss, it could be a bit too much value for Zzaarroocc to make a comeback. Not like he's losing, but it could turn the table a little bit. Bamser deciding to play not Rush in his Rush deck is very interesting, to say the least. Okay, just putting down a simple Mistral Guide. Fair enough. Does he want to place his Seifer into Wells, or is he wants to like protect face a little bit? Feels confident playing the Brigand now. Fair enough. So that can be played into Wells. I mean, it's quite common for people to only run 2 Choking Sands, so probably thinking that it's safe for him to play his boss here. I mean, if you see 2 Choking Sands out anyway, it's quite safe to assume that there's not a third one. Obviously could be wrong, but oh, that is, yeah, unfortunate. Getting his first prayer after his second summon. And he has nothing to hit face with now. There's no Vermin in hand. You could find another Vermin. He's only played 1 right now, so not bad. Zzaarroocc next turn has the option to... Okay, never mind. Oh, he still does have the option. Option to double neutral and hit face with Seifer. Yeah, the Watermaster. Tech face with Axe Grinder? Why does he play it there though? Oh, why does he not play it at face? Like, who cares if he dashes and makes a land there? Like, it doesn't matter. You just don't want to have an Ornament Monk hitting face, so it triggers. I mean, it doesn't matter here anyway, but it's still like what you want to do, right? Huge earth shake, ground shaker, clearing the entire board there. Definitely not what Bamser wants to see. Not really sure what the deck is trying to do though, because there's a lot of cards that hit base, but then no Zealous Crusader, which is quite strange to me. A lot of removal coming from Zzaarrooc's hand, but because he has no urgency to deal with it at the moment. Doesn't want to Seifer's Wrath the Demon. I guess it does enough damage. It does damage to Bamser, which is good for Zzaarroocc. Doesn't feel like he's threatened by anything at the moment. So he can take it easy. Another Flash Salmon coming down, but 1 damage isn't really cutting it for him. Okay, so Scavenger is able to be played. Zzaarroocc kind of wanting to find some other creatures here. Oh. Step the Axe Grinder into collection. He wants to play Garadan next turn, probably. Last Prayer coming out. Monk coming out. Into Last Nightmare. Okay, he has enough. He has not a lot. Okay. Doesn't need Garadan. All he needs is Ground Shaker right now. Play the Ground Shaker. I mean, that is kind of how the deck works. Ooh, Last Nightmare. Okay. He is going through his creatures though quite quickly. Brigand. To face. Can he block it? Does he use Wind Soldier to deal with it? No, he doesn't. That's really bad for Bamser. Just plays another Brigand. You have to play another Brigand down. Yeah. Bamser is on his last 3 cards. This does look like game is going to Zzaarroocc actually. There we go. Okay, game 2 going to Zzaarroocc. Bamser on his last deck. So this is the deck that Bamser seems to be sweeping with. So let's see if Zzaarroocc can deal with it with his mid-range. Again, easy opening. Bamser probably going for the My Merchant here. Probably gets Flame Bursted as well. Nothing really good for him. I would say probably go for either the Drake Rider or I think it's just Drake Rider here, right? Combo it with the Windborn Champion. Zzaarroocc can play Emissary here. I think he should double neutral for the mountain here. I'm not sure, like, I find it interesting that he always consistently does third mountain here. Okay, Drake Raider coming out. Another mounted coming out for Zzaarroocc. Underground boss also being played here. It's fine. Guess he doesn't want his hand to be too clunky. I mean, if he manages to get Bamser down to like 10 life, then the Ogre is actually a pretty decent card for him. Or he just wants to get rid of it now, okay. 5 mountains is so much. Does he really need 5 mountains in his deck? Okay, Zzaarroocc has one turn to deal with this Drake Rider before it will get flipped. Oh no, he does. No, he has it this turn. Okay, so yeah, 5/6, pretty. I mean, he has the Emperor's Command to single trade it, but I guess it's fine. Does get to do a hefty 5 damage before it dies. But that means Emperor's Command can't be used for the Husk. Or he uses Seifer's Wrath instead, I guess, yep. And then Husk, Emperor's Command with the Husk. I'm not sure why he's not making a path to face. I think like with the Brigands it's quite good. Yeah, I feel like he made too many mountains here. Like he could have like double neutral and then he would have had at least a mountain up here for the Axe Grinder like 1 turn earlier. And then when he gets the Horse Master, he can just double neutral when he needs to, and then hit face. Could have drawn like 1 turn earlier, I think. I feel like. Bamser sitting on a nice 8 Farrier. Getting the second Windborn champion out, going to hit for 9 damage. I think that's fine. Uh, also has storyteller as well, so he can draw for some stuff if he wants to. In Zzaarroocc here, he has two flame bursts. Bamser still has another Wimbledon champion to deal 5 damage, and the emissary doesn't clear it. He needs something else here. Am I merchant coming out? I think so. So what do we have? Brute. I think he's taking Manta Rider here. Brute is good for Zzaarroocc. Oh, he wants to take Brute himself, actually. I guess, yeah, that makes more sense because the combat does damage, so it's great for him. Needs to find something to clear both, which is near impossible. Emissary coming out doing huge buffs, but a little bit too late here. So Bamser taking game 4. 2-2 all, right? Well, since Bam's taking a break, actually, I don't. Might not be that long. Come on, Bamser. Is he ready? Just check if Zzaarrooc's ready. Oh, good job we didn't. Okay, good. Okay, game 3. Deciding game. Okay, so we have Zzaarrooc's Swarm, blue-yellow Swarm here. See if this can beat out this this Husk Oath deck Bamser's running. Very, very, very strong deck, I think. I think the 0 cost 6-3 is just too strong, even though it costs 2 cards, you know. Storyteller can come out. Storyteller can come out with a My Merchant. This could really put a dent into Zzaarroocc at the moment. Though, could play a lot of Mantas. Like next turn you can play 3 Mantas. Does free up his hand quite a lot. Takes a Glide Hopper. Oh, already getting into a full hand. That's fine. He can do without that Manta actually. That's really good for him. Yeah, and just play 3 Mantas. Although Bamser now is gonna start. Does he want to play the story? I don't think he wants to play the Storytellers really. Not yet. There's so much draw for him. He does it. It takes him up to 7 cards. Although Twin Soul Spirit is pretty good for Zzaarroocc. Glide Hopper coming out is okay. He puts it on the left side so it doesn't get traded. Decides to hit into the My Merchant. Plays the Water Ellie. And then where is his sixth land gonna go? Okay. Decides to put the Manta into double collection there as well, just to make sure that if the Soul Drain does pop off, then he's fine. If he manages to get Twin Soul off in next turn, it could be pretty good. Does need to double collect. I think he should be okay with a double collection here.